My name is Suzette and I'm from Grenada. I wanted to do this short video to let you know that Mr. Labord's program, it is the best ever. Now, I have had problems for the longest while, years, with my blood sugar and my blood pressure. And I had a consultation with Mr. Labord and I decided to start the program. Though I was very skeptical at first, but I started the program exactly Sunday, the 2nd of July. Now, today is 5 days in, and oh my God, my blood sugar readings this morning, it was 92. 92. My blood pressure have been over the charts. It's always like 160 something, over the high 90s. And my blood pressure this morning, it was 123 over 82. Now tell me, what more can I ask for? I am a believer now. Even my feet, I used to have problems with swollen foot. Yesterday evening, I so happened to look down at my feet and I was wondering, are these mine? The swelling is no more. Now, I could not believe that I'm actually having all of these results in such a short space of time. Now, I'm really looking forward to continuing my diet, and I just have a feeling it's going to be really, really good results. Thank you, Mr. Labord.
All right, so that's Suzette there from Grenada, and we have Seth with us via Zoom this morning as usual, so we're going to bring him now. So Seth, you're reaching Grenada, boy. Morning.
Morning. Yeah, I've reached further than Grenada now.
All right, great, man.
I have Canada, I have the US, I have the UK.
Nice, man. You are the perfect testament to where advertising goes in, when people advertise on Synergy TV. We go all over the world. So this lady now, she contacted you, she had a consultation with you. She said blood sugar and blood pressure problems she was suffering from. She's gotten terrific results in a 5-day period, even the swollen foot. So she did say she was skeptical though, but she had the consultation and she decided to start. So, you know, what you want to add to that?
Well, many people are skeptical because when somebody tell you you could reverse your disease and ailments without the use of any drugs, supplements, or herbs, that's going to get anybody skeptical, right? But as you all can see, you all have me on the program on Synergy, and one of the main reasons why you all have kept me on the program is because I always have peer-reviewed and well-researched data to back what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's what people have to learn to trust. I mean, I've shown before that the research is more credible than the experts' opinions. And when people understand that, then they know, right, we now need to trust the research. I also go in and show clients the differences in the hierarchy of research so that they can understand that better, things the general public don't really know. And when you understand that, you can now understand data a lot better, and then you could see where the errors are in your diet, in your lifestyle, that is causing you to have these diseases and problems and all these ailments. And what many people are trying to do, what the medical world has been doing, is you're trying to treat people without making changes to the lifestyle and to the diet that is actually causing the problem. So by medicating, it's like you have a leak and all you decide to do is buy more mops. That's what medication operates like. You're buying more mops instead of fixing the leak. And this is why people are continuously on medication. And if you notice what happens with everyone, as they're on medication and they're not dealing with the source, they raise the dosage. That's what keeps happening. And then eventually you have to change to a stronger medication. Keep in mind that medication is a toxin, but it's a little bit of a toxin that causes a response in the body, that when the body responds, that response suppresses the symptom of an underlying cause that you're not addressing.
Okay.
So when people up their doses, then you're upping the poison to fight an underlying cause that you haven't been addressing. So then it's more poison entering the body over and over and over. And when you start to up your doses, and then you have to now take a stronger poison now to try to combat it, because the old poison not working as well, while the underlying cause still isn't being addressed. So you're going to end up with multiple issues.
Right.
And this is what the general public don't know, because one of the reasons too is the general public don't want to make lifestyle changes.
Yeah, that's the challenge there.
That exactly. People like to continue to eat how they're eating. They don't want to hear that their diet is not good for them, that their diet is literally killing them. And then they wait until things reach in a dire situation where they might now be willing to make the changes. Sometimes, many times, by that time it's a bit too late.
Right.
This is why we have to be proactive and stop being reactive. Right? We need to be proactive. We need to take front. We need to put our health first. Right? Many of the illnesses. This is why, you know, I started off with the with looking at the gallbladder.
Right.
To come up and gather and show the data and information that these issues are not issues that stem from it within a short period. It takes decades of doing the wrong thing, decades of continuously eating the wrong stuff, right? Because the general public lack the information, they lack the knowledge on these things. This is what I share with my clients. I share the information with them, help them understand what the research actually say, because many people trust the medical world so blindly. The medical associations, the medical fraternity, they are designed to push and promote drugs. The pharmaceuticals is who finance their institutions of learning. So their purpose is every time you go to a doctor, they recommend. They usually recommend medication.
But I think
right? Why is that?
And I think that point that you're making there, I think a lot of people would have recognized that during the pandemic. That
correct.
Pharmaceutical companies were but they were the ones driving the agenda because there's money to be made.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want to point out here is that people will be skeptical in any new program or anything that is presented to them, right? Once you're asking a human being to give up something that they are accustomed to and that they like, they're going to have a problem with it. Now here's the thing. You mentioned something that sometimes people make decisions after it reaches the point of no return. And I think we need to make that clear and draw that line, that when Setwiola board says, listen, stop managing a disease and reverse the disease, there is a point where it becomes irreversible. It's too late. So you don't want to reach that point, right? Because I don't want anybody to think that somebody who is on their deathbed, you know, they might have a week to live or 2 weeks to live, and you can call Setwiola board and he'll come in and reverse everything for you. Because, you know, people will get that in their minds for some reason or the other. People could think along those lines. But there is a point where, you know, can't help it.
I can tell you what I've seen thus far. I've seen where people have come into me at really sick points, right? And what I tell them, for their ailment to be reversed, they have to go through some discomfort first.
Right.
But they don't want to go through that discomfort because the discomfort is too discomforting. So you know what they do? They go to the hospital. Now, if they did not go to the hospital at all, did not even come on my program at all, so no hospital and didn't come on my program, they would have lived longer. But you see, when they go to the hospital, the method, because people don't understand how the human operate, and I don't even know if the medical associations know what they are doing at the hospital. You can't have somebody who's an adult male and have been sick to a point where they're weighing under 100 pounds and you only keep them on drips for days on end. It means they have lost so much muscle. Once you lose 50% of your muscle mass, you are dead. Right? So when you have somebody in that condition, in that state, and you keep them from consuming anything, and just have them on drips because that is the procedure, they are guaranteed to die.
Right.
They are guaranteed to die because they are not even consuming anything that would maintain their lean mass.
Right.
So that lean mass is going to continue to diminish because the body is going to feed off of itself. It's called autophagy. And when that happens, once it reaches a certain level, they die. So in many cases, I have seen where people going to the hospital kill them a little bit sooner.
Okay.
A little bit faster. Now there's a study done at Johns Hopkins University a couple years back, and it showed the same thing. So over 500,000 deaths per year in America are basically caused by the hospitals, right? The persons, and now how the doctors and stuff would be looking at it, oh, they would have died anyway. Yes, but you cut the life about 2 weeks, 3 weeks shorter because of what they were doing.
Right.
But the general public don't know these things. And as the saying goes, which is actually a biblical pattern, for my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because we be rejecting knowledge, we refuse to educate ourselves. Because it have been said, right? It have been said, if we leave knowledge, nutrition, science in the hands of the authorities, they are going to abuse it. And we can't do that. And this is what I refuse to do. I like to know. I like to know things. This is why I research. I like to know. I hate to be in the unknown. Right? So this is why if you are telling me this is what's supposed to be done, I'm going to research that. And I know how to research. The general public don't. And they are not interested in it. They just trust blindly.
They trust blindly, and we saw what trusting blindly did between 2020 and 2022. But we are out of time. But I want to tell people, the time does fly, boy. I want to tell people, listen, we're not saying that you're called set and take a consultation with him, and you still have the choice. Like the lady said, she took the consultation and then she decided if she wanted to move forward or not. And that's all set to say. You give him a call, 7611952, and you have a consultation with him, and you decide based on the information that he will give you, because that's what he does. He will give you the information, and then you decide. The same thing you're talking about, research. A lot of people don't do it. We just trust what is put in front of us, and we've done so for decades, or centuries rather. But thanks a lot, and I look forward to the next testimonial, man.
Yes. I'll try to get more people to give their testimonies.
Yes, that'd be great. All right, so that's that while aboard, people. Thanks a lot for joining us, man.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. So set on the inside there, and you'll try to get some more testimonials.